story entitled, I Never Teased It, Honest. Remember I was telling you about how my family loves animals? Well, sometimes I would be shopping with my mother, just shopping, and if we had time left over, my mother would say, hey, let's go into the pet store and just look around. And I'm like, oh, sure. We go in, and first there's the puppies. Oh, they're so cute. And we play, and oh, they lick your face. Oh, so cute. And then there were little kittens, little furry, and oh, they were just so cute. And rabbits, and they had all sorts of different animals. But there was one room that was separate. It was for birds only. Some were really big birds. They had big beaks, so many different singing birds. So there was one bird that wasn't in a cage. It was free. And it was on a stick, a little wooden pedestal, just kind of looking around. And my mother, looked at the bird with its big nose and said, gosh, that guy's got a big nose. And I said to my mother, be careful, because with that big beak, he could bite your hand. And, you need your hands because you're deaf and you need to sign. And, his mother just said, oh, look at that beautiful blue chest. Oh, and I told her, don't forget, be careful. And she kind of went over there, and she had a bag, and it was kind of big, and she was holding it, and she said, shh, and she took the bag, and she shook it at the bird. And the bird kind of looked and just squawked at her a little bit. And, he's mad. Oh, I told you, Mom, be careful. He can bite you. You don't know what can happen. And my mom just said, oh, shut up, and teased him again and shook her bag at him. And the bird kind of squawked again and put a little claw out. And my mother said, just one more time. A little teasing the bird. And the bird was mad. And what happened? He jumped onto the bag. My mother couldn't believe it. She was screaming, and she put the bag down, and she said, help. Call the manager to come and help us. See? I told you. I warned you. You are so stubborn. Went to the manager. I'm sorry. Can you help us? The bird is stuck on my mother's bag. He's stuck. I don't know how to get him off. The manager said, were you teasing him? Oh, no, of course not. And I really didn't know how else to explain it. So I don't know what happened. So he came over with a little wooden pedestal and was hitting the bird's stomach and tried to get him to go back on the wooden pedestal. And the bird was squawking awful and just refused to get off. He was mad. He liked the bag. And the manager tried, and finally he was off onto the wooden pedestal, back to the pedestal, alone. The manager warned us, please do not go near the bird. He's in a bad mood. You don't know what's going to happen, so it's not our responsibility if something happens. And my mother said, I promise. And I looked at her and I said, Mother, I know you're up to no good. The manager left, and she looked around, and again, she teased the bird with her bag, wiggling it back and forth to the bird. And the bird, he just had enough, so he took his beak and ripped the bag and had a big hole in it. My mother couldn't believe it. Go get that manager and tell him he needs to buy me a new purse. Mother, I told you, if you lie to those people, I'm going to tell them what you did. My mother, she was like, okay. And she had to buy herself a new purse.